Ritika, and in this video we'll be talking about love. So the desire to be loved, pursuit of love, and gestured performances. So I was 15 years old when I was first introduced to the idea of love through Stephanie Meyer's novel The Twilight, right? I loved the romance that brewed in high school between Bella and Edward Cullen, and I was enticed by that idea. What I wouldn't realize is, however, how love is packaged and distributed to us. So what we'll be unpacking in this video is how love become performances, how love become the pursuit, how you're taught to find love which is only approved in the society, and multiple things along with it. Before I begin the video, I'd like to say that sure, you might not agree with what I have to say, but please be kind and polite in the comments section. What I would soon realize is how we are systematically taught who to love and the idea of falling in love. So when I was young, I always believed, and I've heard a lot of women also say that they were taught that being in love is the only default setting of being. Being in love, being in a relationship with man, whether it's arranged or personally curated, it is always thought of as a oppositional idea to loneliness. That loneliness was something that you had to avoid at all costs, and the only way that you would not be left alone by yourself as a lonely 30-year-old woman was to get married at the age of 27, have kids by 32. What we would also not realize is that how love is curated, right? So you are policed to fall in love with the right kind of people. If you didn't want your life to end up like the film and the ending of the movie Dhadak, you better fall in love with somebody who is in your own class, caste, religion, etc. For a country like India, love is also very politically endured. It is a small box that you cannot step out, otherwise you would have consequences to bear. Love is also associated to the idea of FOMO, is that our idea of love is very politically, culturally, societally approved, designated, charged, etc. And love is also, I think, used as a way of policing the body, whether it's a man's body or a female's body. For example, for women and for men as well, we are taught that we only are deserving of love when we act a certain way, right? So for a woman to attract a man, she has to act coy, right? Or she has to act a certain way, or she has to look slim and trim to sustain the interest of a man. So for a man, it might be, these are just examples and it may vary from one place to another. These are the examples that I can think of at the moment. Another would be that a man has to earn well to earn the respect of women. So love then doesn't become something that you would want to have, but it becomes something that has to be earned. Love then becomes a performance that has to be enacted to be earned, right? So you have to constantly perform to be worthy of the love that you were once taught to want to have. You're taught that you're incomplete without a partner or love. Then you are taught that you have to act a certain way to get that love. Then it may so happen that you get that love. Then you have to act that performance to, for example, the gesture of buying flowers for your loved ones, right? So you buy flowers for your loved ones because you truly care about your loved one, and you want to give your loved one something to express love. But now what has happened is, because of the onset of TikTok and Instagram reels, where buying flowers then becomes just an enactment of love instead of just being a gesture of love. The thing that really bothers me is how being in love and also becomes very synonymous to the desire of having to possess somebody. So while I think love is a very innocent feeling and it's a beautiful feeling that everybody should have to experience once, what becomes is that you are taught to have to change to be in love, right? So you are taught, I'm not saying don't accommodate your partner's need, but then policing starts in terms of which clothes do you wear, where do you go out, you're not supposed to have male friends because you have a partner, and all these problematic things are taught and then curated as something which is necessity and deems fit in the idea of love. Because you are in love, well, I know a lot of people who would forget about their friends because they are in love, because then love occupies all their senses time. You don't have to just be in love, you have to perform that you are in love, and you have to perform to be a good partner to your significant. It is then compensated for through 5 minutes delivery, where I'm not saying that being a good partner is oppositional to gift giving, but gift giving cannot be thought of as the requirement or something that could remove or pave the way away from the idea of having somebody who is a great human being, and time and making effort to make your loved ones feel special. Adding to cart and 5 minutes delivery becomes the way of reiterating the gestures, of then becomes curating gifts that could be bought easily and then sent to lovers. I'm not saying that flower giving, gift buying dinners for your loved one is not an idea of love. The love that they show you is thought of through the flowers that you get in a week, then it becomes problematic, because then excessive buying and excessive purchasing is equated to being a good partner in love. Right. What I'm arguing for is love, in short, has become materialistic gains and losses. See? So Valentine's Day initially had nothing to do with what we know as Valentine's Day today. Saint Valentine was a holy Roman priest who facilitated the marriage ceremony of a lot of soldiers who were in love with their women, which was not liked by the Roman Church, so hence he was executed on February 14th, 249. Research has been done, and it was done by yougov.com, and they kind of surveyed the urban population in the country regarding Valentine's Day, and here is some of the data that is published by them on their website. So it talks about how 53% of the Indian urban population intended to celebrate Valentine's Day in 2024, and half of the urban Indians believe gifts are an important part of Valentine's Day. 36% claim that they would be upset if their partners forgot about Valentine's Day altogether. There's a research done by Dr. Richard Dennis, and here is a paragraph that he writes in that paper. So he says that lawn is the largest irrigated crop in the United States, with 3 times more land dedicated to growing grass than corn. The cultural reference for a maintained manicured lawn has enormous economic consequences and drives the demand for lawn mowers. If the same effort was put in growing fruits and vegetables, the economy would look radically different. So what I'm trying to say is that love is a good way of distracting people from what is happening in a crumbling society. The attention from all this can be curated by giving the attention to, say, weddings and loves and curating loves and professing love, because that is also a great sort of entertainment. Now that I've talked about entertainment, let's talk about movies and the alienation that comes from love, which is not very similar to the ones that you see on TV. So we are sold an idea of love through really curated movies, shows. Our favorite celebrities fall in love, and when we realize that the kind of love that is shown on the screen not happen in real life, we kind of feel very alienated. At least I've seen people around me be flabbergasted when they're 18 and 19-year-old, when they realize that what is curated as love online is nothing to do with the kind of love that we often get to feel in real life. Themes of love has always dominated our culture, whether it was through epics like the Iliad. We have a great life, we have a big life, we go through a lot in life. Always narrowed down to love, the kind of love that we have, the kind of love that we experience, the love that we see in the movies, but there's a world beyond it. I'll try to briefly explain what I've been trying to argue for in this video. Romance novels and movies, one is taught what is love and how important love is in one life. We are taught how to perform love. Then comes the pressure of perfecting the performance of love by participating in culturally and industrially curated ideas of love that may or may not have anything to do with love in the first place. At the end of the day, you realize how you have been brutally scammed, that love has been built as a scam. What we are sold as love and packaged as love may or may not has nothing to do with love in real life. I've watched the whole video. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and you can also suggest me an ideas to make videos essay on. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.